Fortunately, we had some nice weather, not like last night, so we're really fortunate that we got this nice sunny afternoon. We're launching tonight our Take Charge of Your Health speaker series. I'm sorry, I didn't introduce myself. I'm Sandy Rowland, the director of Sullavin 180, your host and sponsor here tonight. The series Take Charge of Your Health is really meant to provide you with information and resources on ways that you can take charge of your health, and also ways that we can work together to try and improve our community's health. This is the launch of a bi-monthly speaker series, so we'll be featuring different speakers and topics every other month, and we'll probably have the events in different locations throughout the county. So next up will be April. Our speaker and location have not yet been determined, but if you signed up on all the clipboards outside, we'll make sure to keep in touch with you and let you know what the topic and location is of our next talks. So tonight, we're really thrilled to welcome a great group of speakers who will tell you about some of the great programs that are going on already in the county and ways that you can become involved. These are all activities that are free of charge and that utilize volunteers. So we at Sullivan 180 are trying to work and create opportunities where we can all come together and help build a healthier community. So to start off the evening, I want to welcome Amanda Langsetter, who's going to be our moderator for the panel. Amanda works as Director of Community Health for Greater Hudson Valley Health System. She's one of our closest partners and collaborators, and she's been instrumental in bringing great wellness and community programs for Sullivan County. So please help me welcome Amanda and our panelists.
Good evening. If you had told me a decade ago that I would be moderating a panel at an event called Take Charge of Your Health, I would have laughed at you. And actually, I did laugh at myself this morning. I do my best to wake up at 6:30-ish every morning and work out YouTube in my living room where no one can see me. This morning, I hit the snooze only once, yay me, and I get up, I put on my stretch pants, and there's bad news. I can't find my bra. I own one decent sports bra to my name, and now I can't find it. I'm fumbling around in the dark so that my husband, who works nights, can sleep, and I just can't find it. So I think to myself, yoga. I could pull off a little low-impact yoga without hurting myself too bad. So I resolve to go in the living room and get started. And it's then when I discover that the Fire Stick remote control is missing. I remember that my husband hid it last night because the kids were wrestling in front of the TV. So now I have no bra and no Fire Stick, but I really want to do some exercise. So after all, I'm moderating a panel at the Take Charge of Your Health event tonight. So I lay down on my back and I get ready to do some sit-ups. And when I look up at the ceiling, there is a ginormous spider. So this starts an all-out search for a tissue to get the spider, and now I have no bra, no Fire Stick, and no tissue. But alas, I still have my sense of humor. And I accept the fact that sometimes I am a total hot mess of health. So after a good chuckle, I squeeze a bit of physical activity into my morning and remind myself to tell all of you that none of us in this room, including the people on this stage, have mastered health. We are all at different stages of our health journey, and I think we're all here tonight to see how we can support each other and our community on that very journey. Tonight you're going to hear from several of the best, most inspiring community leaders that are working on innovative ways to encourage their neighbors, their coworkers, and their friends to lead healthier lives. The programs our panelists are talking about are free of charge. I love free. Anybody else like free? Yeah. And they're open to everyone in the community. You will also hear about opportunities to be a leader and inspire others to adopt healthy lifestyles. And that's where you might be saying, wait. It can't be me. I can't be a leader in making my community healthier. I need to get myself in shape. I have to focus on me. I don't like kale, yada, yada. And that's okay. You can be a leader and a change maker for health improvement, even if you don't think you look or you feel the part. Health comes in all shapes and sizes and colors and cultures, and we need you. We need you because more than 60% of our community is struggling with at least one chronic disease. More than 40% are struggling with 2 or more chronic conditions. While the New York State rate of childhood obesity and overweight is declining, in Sullivan County the rate is still climbing. So don't wait to step up and be a leader in health. Even a hot mess of health like me has been accepted into this great Sullivan 180 circle of friends in health. And here to my left are some of the best. Please hold your applause until I read all of their names, but it is my distinct pleasure to introduce tonight's panel of leaders in Sullivan County health improvement. I may not say their names in order, so if you could just wave so everybody knows who you are. Sue Ann Boyd, Sullivan 180 Community Health Champion, Healthy Schools Program Coordinator at Cornell Cooperative Extension. Tara Kratz, One Complete Life Wellness Circle participant. Carol Park, Roscoe Club 180. Darren Rayner, Sullivan County Wellness Coordinator and Deputy Management and Budget Commissioner. Colleen Emery, Sullivan Renaissance Project Coordinator. So we have a couple of questions for them, and then we're going to open this up. But hopefully my story at least loosened you guys up. I mean, it couldn't be anything worse than getting on stage and telling people you can't find your bra. So the first question is, please briefly describe your program and why you are involved in it. Darren, can we start with you?
Sure.
So can you pass him the microphone?
Good evening. So our program, I work in the county government, our program, we want to make sure that it's fun, right? If you're going to spend some extra time doing something, you want to make sure you're having a good time doing it. So that's one of the criteria if you're going to join the committee, is make sure that you come with a positive attitude, you're willing to be a part of it, give ideas, and have a good time. So basically what we did is when we started, we reached out to staff from different departments, we reached out to champions, something that is important to the entire process is champions. So champions are the staff who we kind of recruited from the different departments, not necessarily director heads, not commissioners, but staff who every day are in the departments who can motivate other staff members to get involved. Once we kind of got the committee put in place and rocking and rolling, we started to develop a mission statement, we developed goals, and we came up with a schedule of when we were going to have our meetings. We have our meetings once a month, every second Thursday of the month from 11 to 12. We try to limit the time because everybody's busy. We try to make sure that the committees are efficient and that we have goals and outcomes that we try to reach. Why did we do it? We did it because it's important to the community. We did it because it's important to your workplace. It's important to take home with you. A lot of the things we learned from it was that something that Amanda said is everybody's at different levels, right? So when you meet with these people, when you have a conversation with these people, you want to make sure that they feel comfortable doing it. You know, you may have somebody who's worked out for 5 years, somebody who's worked out for 2 days. The job of the coordinator, the job of the champions and the staff is to ensure that we put all that to the side and make people feel comfortable when they step foot into the programs. Make everybody feel welcome, make everybody feel comfortable, and giving everybody an opportunity to share their ideas.
That's great. I want to say that it was a really proud moment when we gave Sullivan County government, a gold medal for worksite wellness. Yes. Talk about leading the charge in the county. Great. Sue Ann?
Hello. I've been working for Cornell Cooperative Extension for 14 years now, and in my work experience there, I have been a nutrition educator for 11 of those years, certified master food preserver, and also I was, in my current position now, I'm a healthy schools coordinator where I work with Monticello, Fallsburg, and Liberty school districts, as well as Sullivan County BOCES. And right now, my program is kind of like encircled in all of the things that I've learned throughout my career at Cornell. We talk about healthy eating and physical activity, the importance of it. And I like teaching people about health, because if you don't have your health, you don't have anything. So making lifelong healthy habits is one of my goals for the community and for our children in the schools. The reason why I'm involved in this, well, because I like health, and I like to help people, and I like to see when people make healthier choices, of course. But I was strongly encouraged by one of my coworkers, Nicole Sullavin, to look at this project, Sullavin 180. She thought it'd be great because of all the experience I had through Cornell, and I took a shot, and I became a community health champion, which now I meet with my group at Cornell Extension in Liberty. It was during the warm weather, we meet twice a month. In the winter, we meet once a month. And we do everything from physical activity, yoga, meditation, painting, as we just did on Tuesday. We've done nature walks, plant ID. So we utilize the resources that we have at Cornell that I'm very lucky to tap into.
Excuse me.
Okay, so I get to be the person who speaks up from the person taking advantage of one of these groups. So I'm a middle-aged married woman with 3 headstrong teenage boys who are involved in everything. I also work at Sullivan County BOCES full-time, and I've recently returned to college to earn my bachelor's and master's degree for teaching special education, which is a lifelong dream of mine. Somehow I've kept up with everything, but I've managed to gain 100 pounds and bite my nails down to nothing. The One Complete Life Wellness Circle that I'm involved in is a group of mostly women who come together to show support to each other, as well as learning strategies to deal with everyday life issues. Overeating and stress are my own 2 personal issues. Joining this class has taught me that sometimes in life it's okay to focus on yourself, because in the end, if you're happy, others will be happier too and won't mind spending time with you.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. You can go pick up there. Okay.
All right, we'll try it this way. Okay. Hi, I am the member of Roscoe Club 180, and we began in June with the training that was provided here at the CBI building by Sullivan 180. I came by myself and heard some wonderful ideas. We broke up into different groups and challenged each other. I am a registered dietitian and a registered nurse, retired. And I have the most wonderful friend, Shelley Eggleton, and we have both had a passion for community health forever since we've met. It was a challenge and a passion of ours. So when I went back and we talked about what I learned at that initial meeting, we decided we were going to start Roscoe Club 180. And we had our first meeting, which was postponed several times, which I'm sure that happens. And we ended up our first meeting with about 15 women and 1 man. And I think he was forced to come because he was part of the town board, and he was told he'd have to come to that meeting. We haven't seen him since. I think he will be coming back. But anyhow, what we took from that meeting, and we also went to Dr. Furman, Dr. Furman's presentation at Bethel. And we came back with the Blue Zone principles, the 9 principles from the Blue Zone. And what I understand from other groups, they've broken down into maybe one focus in their area. But at Roscoe Club 180, we got together, we convened, and we kind of examined in those first few meetings what were the needs of our community. And we took those Blue Zone ideas and we broke them down. We broke down reversing disease by shifting stress. We broke down purpose, wake up to a purpose each day. Plant slant, eat more plants and vegetables than meats on our plate. Wine at 5, one of the principals. Family first. Family first is really important. Where do we place our stress? The 80% rule. When you're full at 80%, stop. Move naturally. Get out and move. You really don't need to have a tremendous activity program, but if you do, that's fine. But if you can only fit in move, that's great too. Surround yourself with people that are like-minded. And the other was belong to a faith-based group or some kind of a group that gives you purpose. So we kind of examined all those things, and we came up with a plan that we feel is working really well in Roscoe. We meet, we've enlisted resources that are tremendous. We have Christine Rutledge, who is the vice president of the Wayne Bank and a Roscoe native. She's the cutest little bug you've ever seen in your life. Very active in everything. She actually is the vice president of the Chamber of Commerce and tremendous. We have Jessica Husson, who is the female fire chief. And she is dynamic. And so all of those fingers in the pies are just working together for overall health. What we've done is we've identified that Roscoe is not a walking community. So we're looking for resources and places that we can take our community so that they can get activity. Christina started a volleyball and a basketball program at the school. They opened the doors for us. She even joined, she has no children, but she joined the PTA so she could be our liaison and get some connection to the school through the PTA and insurance that way. So we have opened that to the area, our community for that. We've looked at socialization, and we identified also that there are some things that were going on already that we can, that just needed to be promoted and to, for different shout outs. So we have a book club at the Roscoe Library that meets once a month for socialization. What a wonderful thing. We have Twisted Stitchers that meet as a knitting group, crocheting group, once a night at the Roscoe Diner. They open their doors for that group in the back. What a wonderful community resource providing for everybody else. So we're continuing to go on that way. I don't know if you want to hear more about it.
Well, we got more questions. You're answering all the questions. Carol, who knew all that was going on in Roscoe? I mean, it's amazing. Amazing.
And what happened was when we really got together and we found all these other people, we found they're going on already, but people may not know that they're there. We also have a group at the United Church that's having a sandwich and soup night once a month just for socialization.
Carol, can I ask you, if somebody was interested in starting their own Club 180 but they were scared or just wanted to come see how a Club 180 operated, could they come and visit your club?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. We even had Tammy Mangus, who's the superintendent of Monticello, and a community member at our last meeting, and she's so excited.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Colleen, you want to go ahead and explain your program?
Sure. Carol, it was nice to meet you tonight because I've been hearing about you through the Sullavin 180 buzz that's going around about these wonderful energy in Roscoe. Wonderful energy in Roscoe. I work for Sullavin Renaissance. I've been there about 15 years, and I was really thrilled tonight when I went around
Colleen,
the room and
could you just grab the microphone? I'm sorry to interrupt you, just in case people. Thank you.
And was speaking with everyone before we came in, and I was very impressed that a lot of people are here tonight because you are curious, and I applaud your curiosity. Thank you for coming. And what I want to offer tonight is Sullavin Renaissance has grants that can probably just help just about everybody. Our beautification grants deadline is March 1st, so they're over. But when we look at the work that's been done in Sullivan County for the past, we're going on our 20th year now, it is engagement in your community and purpose, which really contributes to a sense of well-being and a sense of place and community. So it's a pleasure to follow you because you kind of spoke to all that. And but we have property enhancement grants, we have municipal partnership grants, we have business assistance grants, we have neighborhood revitalization grants, and I have the pleasure of managing the Healthy Community Initiatives. We have two sections of that, so let's say you wanted to start a Sullavin 180 group, or you had an idea for your workplace or something. We have grants that are available for program-based initiatives up to $500, and then project-based initiatives up to $2,500. So you would reach out to me to discuss that. Some of examples I would like to give you. We purchased snowshoes for SUNY Sullivan College and also Ben Koser School in Fallsburg. They're available for staff and students, and they're available on the weekends. We helped fund a nature trail at Ben Koser. Sprinkler Beach in Monticello, they took an empty parking lot and turned it into an event this summer. I don't know if anyone remembered seeing it. It was absolutely wonderful. We partnered with other partners in the county and helped create a community garden evergreen housing, which is amazing. If you haven't been there, you have to go see. And who's really just built community and engaged all the residents, young and old. We funded a butterfly bike ride, and they made pollinator balls, which they threw along the Delaware River. Yoga for Classrooms, Swan and I work closely together in the Healthy Schools initiatives. And the Yoga for Classrooms is another amazing thing that's been very popular that Swan brought to the county, that the Fallsburg School District, the administrators wanted more, so they hired their own yoga teacher for the staff and administrators, and they're doing it twice a week. So just think about these things that you might think about down the road and call me and see, you know, can I get a grant for that? And I'd be happy to help you. And salad bars for schools, the ones that Cornell doesn't cover, we can possibly cover.
Great, thank you so much. That's great. So much amazing work being done. So I want to ask the question about results. So we can start these things and we can